Hi y'all! Let's do my reading update for day 4 of the reading rush, which means actually we're more than halfway through the reading rush, which is kind of sad because I'm not ready for it to end. If you hear noise, they're like weed whacking or whatever outside, so I can't really help it. But last night was the first time in a while that I stayed up reading a book, because I was so invested in the book that I didn't want to go to sleep. And that book was Such a Fun Age by Kelly Reid. I ended up finishing this late last night, and this was a 5-star read for me. I absolutely loved it, and I particularly loved the main character, Amira, and her relationship with Briar. And I absolutely was enthralled with this book from beginning to end. And I think it points out very well how our different life experiences shape us and how those life experiences give us a different perspective or perception of different life events, and how sometimes a viral clip online doesn't show the entire story or the entire impact of a situation. I highly recommend this. I'm so glad that it was chosen as the group read because I might not have picked it up otherwise, let's be honest. And I ended up reading 130 pages of this last night to finish it, and it was fantastic. The other book I finished, because yes, I finished 2 books, which is exciting, is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I was forgot the author's name. And I ended up reading an additional 85 pages to finish that audiobook out. And I really enjoyed it. That was more of a 4-star read for me. And the main thing was more so the ending. I would have preferred several different endings. And the ending itself wrapped up a bit too quickly. But the atmosphere was great. It was a fun, thrillery read. If you're looking to pick up a thriller, I think it's a pretty good summer thriller, but also because of the atmosphere, I think you could easily read it in fall and have that kind of spooky, atmospheric read. It is set on an island off the coast of Ireland, and it's kind of a closed room mystery, sort of, in that all of the players are on this island and can't really leave because they're there for a wedding, and there's only one boat that can take you on and off. And so you know at the beginning that all of these players are in the room and you're trying to kind of figure things out. And the storyline itself, even without the big end, was really, I thought, particularly well done. I do think she was a bit sloppy in handling some of the topics she brought up, which were very big topics. And there's a lot of trigger warnings, but I'll probably go into that later in a review. And so badges. Let's talk about the badges I've earned for these and the challenges everything completed. So this book completed the challenge of reading a book in a genre you've wanted to read more in. For me, that's adult, contemporary / lit fic that isn't mystery thriller centric or romance centric. And I now definitely want to pick up more. This also earned not only the badge for the reading challenge, but the badge for reading a 5-star read. I'm so glad I had a 5-star read. It doesn't always happen, but this was definitely one of them. And then it also participated in the book club because it is the book club pick. It's kind of cool. It's 3 badges from 1 book. And then for the guest list, that completed the challenge of reading a book completely outside of your house, because I listened to the audiobook and I would listen to it at work when I was, just needed something in the background. And it was a really good pick. So let's talk about the stats. That brings my page count for the day to 215 and a total page count of 774. I'm really excited and I want to try to get that 1,000-page badge, and I definitely think I can do that because I'm right on track. And then on top of that means I've completed 3 books in the first 4 days of the reading rush. I'm doing real good, and I might even be able to do 7 books. I don't think I've ever done 7. I think I came close one year and did 6, but there's been a lot of years where I didn't even finish a single book. So I'm real excited. And total badges is 8. I think I did the math wrong on like the last like 2 videos or whatever, but you know, learning process. And that kind of brings us to the end of like the update. Reading going forward, I have a couple options. Priority needs to be Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne, because this is the first book I touched and it's a movie I've already seen. And the movie I've already seen is not the big deal because I could read Shrek, the picture book. But this is the first book I touched, so I really need to get to this. I can kind of use this for Aquamarine if I need to, or my pick for this was The Best Kind of People by Zoe Whittall, which I might still actually get to. Or I needed another audiobook from the library, so I ended up getting, and the library didn't have it, so I got it from Audible actually, is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ, is it Knoll? I can't remember the author's name. But it has kind of some teal-ish, watery kind of colors, and so I could count that as Aquamarine too, and I'm really excited to get to that. So that's definitely what I'm getting to. I'll be listening to that today, and I hope to get to this at night. And I hope you guys are having an amazing reading rush. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.